Alright, send that on to the old, stop talking. Vibration will do. Alright. Cool. Send it, I reckon. Yep. What are we doing? What is it? What the fuck is phone number? Nice. Let's pull it on your ass, mate. Something.
Let's figure it
out. Not 100. No. Not yet.
Alright, guys. What? Yeah. Good stuff.
Alright, we're on.
Alright, guys. Welcome to another episode of Snagged Podcast and Giveaways. Bit of a quiet one this week. It's been a bit cold.
Yeah.
People might have noticed it.
Very much so.
Yeah, I've not been fishing because I've been working. I know you've been working too. You've been fishing?
I believe. No, not really.
Oh, that's better.
Too cold.
Yeah, thanks for another episode of Snagged Podcast. That's right. No. Alright, guys. Not a hell of a lot been going on around the state. Probably one of the more memorable sort of things is the guys are still chasing bluefin up north. Managed to get in some big ones, over 100 kilo in 30 to 40 metres of water, which is fun, that'll be nice. They're all casting to them too, which is kind of cool. But apart from that, there's not been a lot really going on. A few brim locally, a few guys get into those. Those rains have sort of helped a little bit. But yeah, it's not been much happening. So if you guys got some reports, please send them in. Saves me scouring around the internet trying to find what's happening. We love more reports. But getting straight into some more reports, let's go. What do we got?
Snapper in Northwest Bay again, and some larger models amongst the schools.
Yeah, so last couple of weeks there's been a few juvenile snapper kicking around in Northwest Bay, which is kind of cool, but a few reports this week of some guys getting on some bigger ones. Nothing massive, but sort of like 40, 50 centimetre fish, which is nothing wrong with that. All right, what else we got? Tuna, eagle, hook, neck have been a bit quiet, but there's still a few kicking around. I've spoke to a few guys over the week, and no jumbos about, but certainly plenty of little ones kicking about.
Very good. It brings us to brim in the Derwent, and the Huon fishing well. Vibes and hard body lures working well.
It's all about the vibes.
Mate, if you ain't got vibes, you ain't got fish.
That's exactly right. Aussie salmon and mackerel still in abundance. Some reports of some very decent salmon in amongst them. A few guys saying they've been going out there just catching mackerel and throwing plastics out and then getting absolutely smoked. So I don't think it would be kingfish, but most likely it's probably salmon. So cool.
Browns River fishing insanely well. Plastics and vibes doing the trick.
Yeah, as we mentioned before, Browns River's fishing really, really well. Water's nice and dirty, so there's plenty of guys getting in amongst those.
Now, just a real quick check. When you say vibes, you're obviously talking about the music, right?
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Absolutely. What's your vibe this week? What do you recommend for the people? Song of the week. Vibe of the week. What's it going to be?
Fishing song of the week? Oh, that's a big question. I don't know. A bit of smooth jazz, I reckon, when you have a bit
jazz for the man.
I feel this time of year it is.
Culture.
For a slow day.
Yeah, well, yourself, young man. What's your flavour of music today?
Oh, I've been listening.
The week of fishing. You got to have something.
You go fishing. You got the headphones on. What are you listening to?
I don't have a clue. Honestly.
What you're trying to say is AC/DC, which is great.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, very good, man. Very good.
Love it. Good work.
Yeah, lovely. Now, we're talking about garfish here. Garfish?
Yes.
Okay, that needs
Mini marlin as well.
Here we go. Mini marlin. Garfish and salmon in good numbers in Little Swanport
Still
as well.
fishing well. Absolutely. What do we got there? Jumbo bluefin in the north, as we mentioned before. Joe's Hall and the boys are up there smashing some fish, so awesome work, guys. Poppers, stick baits, and obviously trolling skirts and divers as well, getting a few of them as well.
Then you got Wild River has been fishing well. Not large fish, but plenty of them. River will be closing soon. Wild River, explain. Never heard of it.
Cool, you can talk about it. You're the one that was been out there fishing.
Up a bit past the Huon.
Yeah, right.
Up the high parts of the Huon.
Okay.
And it's mostly known as what's called rainbow trout river. Heaps of little rainbows in there.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, there you go.
You went down there with young Jack White not long ago and did quite well, didn't you?
Yeah. How many did you catch?
Not a lot. 2 or 3.
That's a healthy enough amount.
Enough to make the trip worthwhile.
Yeah, right. Well, thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, everyone just remember that a lot of those waters will be closing at the end of this month. So by the time this goes out, you've probably got Saturday to go if you're going to go. All right, break time. What have we got going on?
Cody Goss with some nice crays in King George whiting.
This was
good job.
Great. Absolutely. Never go wrong with some crayfish. Scotty Allsop with a nice saw shark from the north. We had a few saw shark reports coming through recently, so that's kind of cool.
Absolutely. Do we get the hammer sharks down here, hammerheads and stuff, or is that
Not
more of a
particularly.
warm?
I have heard there's been reports of them down here, but certainly not.
Almost got a full toolbox down here. Look out. All right, what are we looking for? D for Dean. Jason Foster with a cracking blackfish.
That was kind of cool. Blackfish, you catch them in the freshwater.
Yeah.
Not a super common fish, but you do get them every now and then. It was a good one, so awesome work, legend.
Yeah, well done.
What do we got there? You're up.
Arthur Widdock with a nice broom from the Huon. I saw that fish. That was a good fish.
Yeah, boy can fish. Absolutely, there's no two ways about that.
Yeah.
As we mentioned before, Jarvis Wall and the boys with a cool pick of his recent bluefin up north. So awesome work, Jarvis.
Rightio, and then Caden Dare with a nice brim.
Yeah, it was good. Absolutely.
Yeah, good.
Absolutely. Guys, I think that's just about all we got for reports this week. Absolute super quick one. Just remember, www.snag.com.au. Grab yourself a membership. Helps us do this every single week, and you can win some awesome prizes. And
what have we got coming? What's the prize for the week?
I've still got heaps of lures to give away.
Right.
But I am working on Shimano, trying to get something a little bit sexy.
Hey, go on, you bad boy.
Cool.
Love it.
Awesome, guys. Peace
Peace.
out.